Hey,
Let's
hey,
debate
teach me how to thug it. Hey,
this week.
baby, let's go. What? Can you teach me how to
race.
thug it?
Let's
You
get
know
this
why?
underway,
'Cause
all
the
right?
bitches love it. Hey,
So,
all I
to
need.
start it off, all right, Eden, thank you so much for joining us. We're very happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Of course. I'm so
Eric,
glad I'm here.
great to see you, Eric. As always, nothing better than hopping out here with you. So, the NBA MVP race. What do we got going? What are our thoughts on it so far? Who do we got leading?
I'm liking the race, man. I'm really liking the race. I think it's a very, very good race. I think it's a strong, group of contenders as we usually have. I just, there's one who's always there that I don't like at all.
Yeah.
But I
Yep,
think
we're with you on that.
Does his
Eric.
name start with an S, perchance? Is it hail from Canada?
maybe.
Yeah. Sounds
Yeah.
sounds about right. But let's see. I think just for starters, all right, as far as the person that is actually or should be MVP, who can be leading the race, it's got to be Jokic. I mean, we've got a guy that's averaging 28.7 points a game, 12.6 rebounds, and 10.5 assists. He's averaging a triple double on a team that it just stinks. They stink as a team. He's got no support. It's the Jokic show. Every time you turn on the TV, you're trying to see what Jokic is doing. You're not looking for Jamal Murray. We talked about Jamal Murray on the Bill Belichick debate last week. I mean, like I said, what is Jamal Murray without his girlfriend from Kentucky? You know what I mean? He's ass. That's just how it works. So
last week was a major point.
it was a very key point, but it's a one man show. When you got Jokic on the court, he's just going. It's a one man show. I don't know who else you could even think about giving the MVP to. I mean, averaging a triple double is just. I mean, it's insanity. I mean,
And you know what else? He doesn't even care. All he
No.
cares about is his horses and his home. Like he's out here, averaging all that, doesn't even care about basketball.
No,
That's the impressive.
not at all. He don't want to be here. All he tried to do, he clocks in and he clocks out and he goes home. He does not care if they win or if they lose. But the problem is when he's playing, they usually win. So, I mean, you've got a guy that doesn't care and still wins everything going against people who have dedicated their life to it and care like more than anything and still struggle against him. So,
Well, we've seen some emotions out of Jokic recently, though. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, especially. Can we pull up the picture, please?
goodness.
Let's see.
I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen him show so much emotion ever. His eyes, I would have literally had a heart attack if I was there.
Yeah, into my heart. It was bad.
It was
I-
scary.
Let's see. Hold on, we've got the picture coming up. Let's see.
Producers, man. Ethan, we need to.
I know we got to get new producers. They're
Nico
they're
needs to
doing
give us
bad.
a producer here. This is
That's how I look at OKC anyway. I don't blame Jokic.
No, absolutely not. I think that he went easy on him. Honestly. All right, let's
Yeah.
see. Here we
They're
go.
lucky he didn't snap.
There we go.
I mean,
Oh.
the intensity.
You got this going on. I mean, Lou Dort out here trying to trip him for no reason. I mean, OKC, all right. First of all, just a boring team to watch. No one likes Shea. Boring player. Always going for a bunch of free throws and whatnot. I think he's averaging 13 free throws a game right now, which is just insanity. That should be illegal.
Yeah.
So that's already beyond me. And then on top of that, you got Chet in there.
Every time. He
Yeah.
complains every time.
Mhm.
He gets locked up by Jokic in this game and chucks the ball at him, gets teed up because you can't throw a ball at another player. I mean, I thought this was like elementary T-ball stuff, and he just throws the ball. What are we doing? And he's going to complain to the ref about that?
Exactly.
It's just making the NBA worse. No one wants to see you foul baiting and flopping all over the ground for, the whole game. It's like Jalen Brunson. I don't know if you guys have an opinion on him. I hate him personally. Think he does the same thing, but
I don't know if I can go there with Jalen Brunson, but I can agree with you on Shea. I don't know if I can apply the same logic to Jalen. Because if he's doing it, it's to a much, much lesser degree than Shea free throw merchant Alexander.
Yeah. No, fully. I think the only thing with Jalen Brunson is he shot chucks. I think but he's also I mean, he's the point guard, of course, but at the end of the day, it's him and Cat. And Cat is too busy over there talking about some like after all that. And so it kind of Jalen's just got to shot chuck it every now and then. Now, I will say, while shot chucking, he does intentionally make the dude jump and then lunge into it, which we used to see out of Harden back in the day. And it was the lamest thing to ever watch. Yeah. No one wants to see that. So I think that part for basketball just needs to go. We got to get that out of here. And I think Jokic is the man who does not conform to such standards.
Now, have we? This is why my candidate, Cade Cunningham, I think is the better one. But have we seen the clips of Jokic tying arms up with it? He does the same thing. He knows how to get away with it. Yeah. Now, I say the same thing. It's in the same vein. Belligerently shoulder checking somebody and tripping them on the ground, you're gonna get kicked out the game. I mean, that's obvious. That's obvious and flagrant. But Jokic does underhanded stuff all the time and just gets away with it.
It's a contact sport. Caliber, though. Like, at least he pulls it off.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you saw, Lou Dort pulled it off by knocking down a 250-pound Nikola Jokic. So
that was cheap. That was cheap. We all know. You saw him stick the leg out and then watch Jokic go down.
He does that all the time. All the time. So everyone.
Yeah. The arm tying is just a part of getting rebounds. That's a part of the whole box out game. You wrap arms with someone, whatever. Lou Dort stuck his leg out after they got on the board and were on transition offense. So to me, that's just cheap. That's just weak. That's weak basketball. It's not what we need to see anymore. And honestly, it's scary to see because it shows where the game's going. So,
but this is why I'm a very big fan of what's happening in the East right now. I mean, the Pistons are just playing clean basketball and just winning.
They are.
Their team is 44-14. 44-14. And
they beat the Thunder the other night
by a win. Yeah, I mean, come on. What more do you need? And in those games, for the full season, Cade Cunningham is averaging 25.4 points a game, 9.8 assists per game. That's an extra 20 points on top of the 26 that he's putting up. So that's basically he's putting up 46 of his team's points on any given night, and he's second in the NBA in assists. He's got, an extra 6 rebounds. Cade Cunningham is getting boards.
Yeah.
I mean, and on the defense, he's getting like 2 steals a game.
He's gotten better.
Pretty good player to have.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. He brought that team up from the most disgusting thing we've ever seen. The worst record, worst play I've ever seen in my life.
I'm sorry. I have to inject real quick. As I'm watching, Jokic he's got another double-double right now. I mean, he just keeps going. Every game that this man plays, it's a double-double and it turns into a triple-double. You can't stop him. That's right.
That's because they run their entire offense through him. They run their entire offense through him.
You got to. Who else are you going to pick? Yeah. I think when you are the man that you have to run your whole offense through, it sounds to me like you're the most valuable person. I mean, that spells out MVP to me.
On that team. Now, in the Thunder game, we all knew that the Thunder was playing dirty-handed. But they did get their fouls called on them. Who won that game? Jokic couldn't lead them to a win in overtime.
No,
that's all I got to say about that. You talk about most valuable player. You're going to get the guy who's been a pest to you all game kicked out of the game, and then you can't lead him to a win.
Can't win the game?
I don't know.
And then Shea, who was coming off of an injury, I'm pretty sure didn't play in overtime because of minutes. You might have to check me on that one. But I think they had him on a minutes restriction, and he couldn't play in overtime. And so you got Lou Dort and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander kicked out of the game, or taken out of the game in overtime. And Jokic can't lead him to a win?
I don't know, man. That bench for the Nuggets is real weak, though. That's real weak. On top of that, Jokic 30 bomb. I mean, this man's playing out of his mind, and he's not slowing down.
He's not always there, though. He's injured a lot this season. I don't know. You gotta keep that as a factor. And for me, I gotta bring up someone's name. I gotta bring up Jaylen Brown because he's led a team that was supposed to be, a horrible team this year, and he's leading them without Jason Tatum. I just gotta say it. We're second in the East.
You just say Jaylen Brown
Yeah.
for MVP.
I don't know how much I can help you out with this one.
Oh my God.
I just gotta support. I mean, a Celtics fan here. No Jason Tatum. We have a team that's not full of any stars except Jaylen Brown now, and he's averaging 29 points. 7 rebounds. He stepped up.
He stepped up, but it's
no
the same
doubt that he-
situation as Jokic.
Yeah.
It's the
There's
same
no
thing.
doubt
You're a
that he
one-man
stepped
army. And the difference is
But, I mean-
Jokic does it on all across the court. He gets the boards, the assists, and the points. Jaylen Brown, he's a good scorer. He's a great scorer. But he's not being the big man in the paint grabbing all the boards that that Jokic is doing. I mean,
And you're gonna try to be the MVP of the league. If you go look at the Celtics versus the one team in the East, the Pistons, their rivals, they haven't won a game save the NBA Cup group stage. I mean, and they only won by 3. The closest they got was within 1, but even then the Pistons squeaked it out. You just gotta find a way. MVP candidate players find ways to win games for their team. And that's why I'm saying Cade Cunningham should have the biggest shot at being the MVP. Jokic, I love Jokic. I just don't think if you're going to lose to OKC in overtime when the 2 best players are out.
Really, Eric, what it comes down to is I think people are starting to get voters fatigue. All right. You saw it a few years ago when they gave, I believe they gave Jokic's MVP trophy to Embiid. I mean, that was disgusting. Joel Embiid is terrible. Awful. He should never be in the conversation of MVP ever. I do not care. Jokic is so much better, but they got tired of voting for him because he had won, I believe, the year before also. And so you get this voter fatigue. And now, even though he's easily the most valuable player, they don't want to vote him because they want to see a new name. And then here's another thing is the 65-game minimum, I believe is what it is that they've implemented.
He's one away.
He's one away from being ineligible.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're telling me he might not miss one more game?
I believe that he will. I think he's going to miss a few more. I think it's bound to happen when you have these star players.
The 65-game minimum is something that basketball has needed.
I agree.
I think that if you are going to be on the team and you were going to get an MVP vote based off of things that if you're not going to be able to lead your team, how are you going to be the MVP? How are you not going to show up for a majority of the season? That you could still get a majority, but 3/4 of the season and not, have a penalty for your MVP race. I think that it is a very good thing for the game.
I'm indifferent. I don't know. I'm a little bit like I'm battling myself with it because there are situations like you're talking about where a dude will miss a majority of his games and then he'll play good in the ones that he does play in, and all of a sudden he's supposed to be the MVP. But I think you've got to be careful when you've got guys like Jokic who he didn't miss a bunch of games because he decided to sit out. He missed it because it was his hamstring, I believe, right? Or was it
But this is
leg injury.
This is where you get into players like Embiid a couple seasons ago.
Mm-hmm.
He was injured for a majority of the season, but he was pretty dominant that season. So I know that we don't like to use that word with Joel Embiid, but
not at all. No, should be illegal.
It applies for this specific case. He was injured and he still won. So
I agree. I get it. I think if Jokic gets injured again and misses another period of games, obviously that would put him out of the contention. It would put him below the 65-game minimum. But I think you get to a point where you're like, look, it's understandable. He missed, I think it was, it would have been like 20 or so games. Or maybe not, sorry. I think it was probably like 15 or so games from his injury. And then he'd come back and he'd probably miss another, 5 to 10 games if he got injured again. So then you can kind of justify it. You're like, he missed a lot of games. It's fair to not give him the trophy. But when you've got a dude who really only got injured once this season and then will continue to play the season, if he sits out 2 or 3 more games throughout the rest of the season, I don't know if that's fair to just disqualify him from the rule from the race entirely just because of the rule. I mean, I see where it needs to be in play though. I understand it. But if we get to the point where we have all of these star players missing a handful of games and it knocks them out of the race, you're going to start getting these random dudes who are like the 5th or 6th best player in the league getting MVP. You know, I mean, it's not really what you want to see. It almost it devalues the trophy at the end of the day because now it's not the most valuable player. It's the dude who played the most games. You know what I mean? You got to be careful with it. There's a balance.
Yeah, and I gotta give Jokic props because I feel like a lot of stars in the NBA now, they get hurt, they want to take extra time off, they don't want to come back as quick as they can, or play like as many minutes as they can. I think Jokic, he's like, okay, I'm back, and I'm gonna score, I'm gonna assist, I'm gonna rebound. He wants to do it all.
Fully. I 100% agree. And I think, another name that we haven't mentioned yet is Victor Wembanyama.
I think he's a dark horse. I think he's a real dark horse to win.
I agree.
Think he really has a shot?
I don't know if he has a shot, but if he plays well for the rest of the season, he could surprise us. Or the voters, sorry, could surprise us.
Yeah, no, fully. And I think it comes down again to if he plays, if he misses too many games and gets knocked out of the race on his own.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that he's still in it. I think he's a few games off from hitting that 65 game limit.
Yeah, he's a few games off.
Yeah, so we're kind of in the same situation. I mean, could you imagine a league where Jokic and Victor Wembanyama, and I believe Giannis too, I think are all disqualified because they played less than 65 games? I mean, that's insanity. Now, I will say, if you do have a guy like Cade Cunningham who plays a majority of his games and continues to produce the way that he does, I think it's fair to throw it to him. It's fair to give it to him.
First seed in that conference.
Mhm.
He leads the team to the first seed in that conference. They're beating crap out of everybody else in the East.
Yeah. No, I understand.
It's a very good look.
I will give him the props for that.
It is.
Turn that program around.
I mean, I gotta say too, as someone who is a diehard Celtics fan, I do acknowledge the West has, better teams right now than the East for sure. So, first seed in the East isn't as impressive as maybe third, second seed in the West sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
That's where the interconference play that comes in. You got to see,
difficult to really see, what's going on where.
Yeah. I think another important part, though, I mean, we've seen some rough stuff out of Cade Cunningham before. I mean, if we remember back, he had a game where he took 45 shots on his own. He took 45. And I think he made 14 of them, I believe. I think he went 14 for 45. And not a great game.
I'm gonna use another head-to-head example here. The Nuggets have lost to the Pistons both times they've played the Pistons this season.
They're a great team.
And it's by 3 and by 2. But what did I say earlier? If you're Jokic, I'm not sure if Jokic was playing in those games. I'd have to double check myself. But if you're Jokic, you need to find a way to lead your team to a victory. That's just if you want to be, in my opinion, if you want to be considered for an MVP, good players figure out ways to win games for their
Jokic
team.
could dominate against the Pistons just in terms of, head-to-head matchups there too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
here we go. All right.
There's not really a
he
strong...
played in one of those games.
Jokic is one of the best big men in the league. You got to be able to
dominate anyone.
He's missing out on MVPs though. I don't know. I think he should have more than he does right now.
I agree with that one. I mean, Embiid, that's a year that should not even be recognized by any NBA fan.
100% agree. It was terrible. Now, what about Shea? All right, let's just.
Oh, don't even get me started.
I know. I don't want to piss you off or anything, but you got to talk about Shea. I don't think he should be in it regardless. I think it's awful. I mean, you've got a dude averaging 13 free throws a game. Last night, he went 12 for 13 from the line. Is that really your most valuable player? I mean, come on. That's the best player in the league is the dude who shoots free throws for 30-40% of his points every single night. I mean, come on. That's not what you're looking for.
He can't be a real competitor. We cannot give him the dignity of being a real competitor when he just merchants his way through. He winds to a ref. It's like I'm looking at Tom Brady. Okay, no, I forgot. I forgot we had a New England sportsman in the building. I'm sorry.
All right, it's all right.
Got a better example here. You know what? The best example I can think of is Shea. The best example of Shea that I can think of is Shea.
No, that's a great point. It's just nobody does it as poorly as he does. Like nobody has a worse competitive engine than he does. I mean, could you imagine if Kobe was still here with us? All right, rest in peace. Could you imagine what he would think of how Shea is playing? It is the polar opposite of Mamba mentality. It is not about persevering through the challenges and making it happen. It is for Shea, it is about finding the easy way out, which is to just over exaggerate every little ounce of contact you receive and pray to God that the referees blow their whistle. And it gets worse and worse as the year goes on, as the seasons go on. I mean, I cannot believe that he's even talked about as a top player. And the worst part about it, and what bothers me the most, is he does not need to do that to be effective. He's a great scorer. He doesn't need to look for all this contact to get the free shots.
He can make space with the best of them. And he reminds me, his game reminds me a little bit of Allen Iverson. And we just have him. If you go look at Allen Iverson was by no means afraid of contact, despite being undersized. But the man would not look to the ref anytime that a pinky finger touched it.
Fairly.
Not at all. No, he stayed strong. All right. He knew, and I think that's another issue, and this is a whole different debate about how the NBA has gotten soft over the years, and I fully agree with it. I think the refs need to stop blowing their whistle every time that contact's made because body contact is a part of the sport. I get it. You got to blow the whistle when an arm gets slapped or something like that on a shot. But one of the worst parts that I've seen is the landing zone fouls that occur because you'll have a player go up for a jumper, kick his leg out as far as he can, receive contact, and then fall down with it, and they'll blow the whistle for him, and he'll get free shots.
Favorite move.
Exactly.
Every game. I haven't seen a game he played where he hasn't done that.
It's terrible.
Exactly.
Or the defender will just be closing out. He'll have a hand up, and he'll get just around the zone, and they will kick their legs out to land on the defender's foot, so that way it's considered a foul, even though the defender's outside of what would be considered an actual landing position. I mean, it's awful. So the whistle needs to go back, keep it out of their mouth so much, all right? Stop blowing the whistle every 5 seconds.
Soccer. It's like watching a terrible game of soccer. I don't know what we are supposed to do.
Comparison.
But it's just the theatrics. The theatrics just piss me off.
Exactly.
Do we think, and this is getting into a different debate, but was Jordan complaining about any of this?
I was about to say, I think LeBron would think this is disgusting.
Yeah.
If you ask him about it, he probably has a very strong opinion about it too.
Yeah.
It's just soft. It's just.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of his voters are going to be grown men who are voting for him because they think he's stylish and nonchalant and like him for all that. And all
my God.
Don't
get me started.
Did you just put
No.
in the same sentence as Shea Gilgeous-Alexander?
I don't even want to hear about nonchalant, all right?
He loves to pretend.
English language I've ever heard in my life.
I agree. It's terrible. That was awful. That was so bad. And it just sparked a thought, or it reminded me of something in my head. Shea is like Jalen Hurts. All right. Surrounded by talent, thinks he's nonchalant. I mean, it's just, I don't like Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts is a boring player. I think he's overrated as all can be. All right. He is a 2,000-yard rusher, a top 5 O-line, top 5 defense. And now he gets all this praise for completing these short passes and whatnot and throwing the ball 15 times a game and winning. It's terrible. It's comparable to Shea getting all this praise for being surrounded by a talented roster and then just shoulder bumping people to get fouls every single game, and that's how they win. It's awful. Neither one of the whole nonchalant aura that they try and, surround themselves with is the corniest, most disgusting thing that I've seen in my life. The commercial of, I believe it was Lou Dort, Shea, and Chet. I think we're all tried to dress in the same outfit and we're like, oh, we accidentally did it. And they tried to be nonchalant the whole way. It was disgusting. Every time it came up on my TV, I had to go puke. It was the worst thing I'd ever seen in my life. And people out here were glazing it, talking about how Shea is so cool. I mean, what has happened to humanity, man? I mean, what are we doing? It's just awful.
It's grown men. It's a little,
Yes.
you know.
I fully agree. It raises a red flag.
Aisle. We had Jason Williams, white chocolate.
Oh my God.
We had
There we go.
And now you're gonna give me Shea? You're gonna give me Shea? What is this? I'm not gonna stand for it anymore.
Not at all. No, I mean it's just disgusting. If I could even, here we go. Let me draw you a little tier list. All right, up here we've got all white chocolate. All right, we're gonna have to go bonk, 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 bonk. Let me see. Am I still on frame? I'm not on frame, so we're gonna have to go here. Shay's down here. Oh my God, you can't even see him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There we go. That's where Shay's at. There is such a gap between Jason and Shea. If you want nonchalant, if you want swagger, if you want flashy passing, that's your man right there. All right. This dude, this is who you watch if you want to watch someone practice free throws mid-game every single game. It is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't ever want to hear that man in the discussion of MVP talks again. It's just, it's flat and simple. It's disgusting.
I mean, I don't know if we have to worry about it. Hopefully not. Hopefully people want to see a new face up there this year. So
or repeating one from Jokic.
I mean, that was a little while ago, so at least we have a little break.
That voting fatigue that you talked about, maybe it got moved on to Shea. Hopefully we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, Eden, we appreciate you for joining us this week. It's been an honor.
Thank you guys. It's a great time.
I think we're all looking forward to see where the voters take us this week, how the season wraps up, who's gonna stay within contention and not fall out of that 65 game minimum. So yeah,
and
I guess
the big one that we'll have to do on the weekly recap, Ethan, is the results of this Alpha Kappa Psi game tonight. I mean, that's a game tonight.
It's a great. That's going to be an exciting game. I'm looking forward to it. I think Alpha Kappa Psi has it no issue at all. I think they're going to wipe the floor with I believe it's the Sports Business Society. I think should be no contest. I fully believe that they're just going to wipe the floor.
Nobody's plumbers.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. It's going to be great to watch. Well, once again, Edith, we appreciate you for joining us. Thank you guys so much for watching, for joining us this afternoon. We look forward to seeing you guys later on this week when we've got our third debate coming up. We will let you know what that topic is. So once again, thank you, everybody. Y'all have a good evening.